December 3rd, 1957. On this day, segregation in schools all across America was impacted. The Little Rock Nine forever changed education for African Americans. These 9 African American students are remembered for risking their lives to gain equality during the Civil Rights Movement.
3 years earlier, the Brown versus Board of Education case was appealed to the federal courts. The court's final decision ordered all public schools to desegregate, which sparked lots of anger and bitterness in the South.
With an election year nearing, the governor of Arkansas needed a popular campaign issue, so he refused the desegregation of schools. Governor Koppes decided to call in the National Guard, claiming that it was for the students' protection. But when the students arrived, they encountered an angry mob of white protesters and the soldiers blocking their way.
For 17 days, the students were unable to enter the building. When Governor Koppes resisted the will of the federal courts, President Eisenhower realized that he had to act. Eisenhower was aware that the state was being stronger than the national government, so he sent federal troops to Little Rock to protect the students and to enforce the court's decision. Once the federal troops arrived, the Little Rock Nine were able to begin attending classes. Day in and day out, the students dealt with bullying, jeers, and threats, but the National Guard could only do so much to protect them.
We constructed a monument for the Little Rock Nine to show the impact they had on the future of education and on the future lives of African Americans. Here is a smaller model that we have constructed of the Little Rock Nine monument. The monument shows the 9 students climbing the stairs to the front doors of the school. The real life-size Little Rock 9 monument is located outside of the front entrance of Little Rock Central High School in Arkansas. Its dimensions are 20 feet tall and 45 feet wide, with each student statue being about approximately 5 foot tall.
The stairs are made out of red granite and the school is made out of black granite. For many years, granite has been known as a symbol of strength, status, and durability. The stairs symbolize all of the obstacles that the students had to overcome just to get to the front doors of the school. The students had to overcome angry mobs of racial teachers and students to make it to the stairs. For most students, the entrance to the school is a safe place where they can escape from their troubles. But for the Little Rock Nine, the entrance to the school was just the beginning of their problems.
They faced many other conflicts inside the school like discrimination, racism, and harassment. Some white students used water guns to spray them with acid, while other students intentionally spilled ink on them. Students also took their books and burned them. At home, the students received threatening letters and phone calls.
The gold on the top of the school reflects the honor that these individuals deserve for their tremendous amount of bravery. The names of the African American students who attended Little Rock Central High School are inscribed in the gold.
The statues of the students and soldiers are made out of bronze. The bronze serves as a sign of courage. It is tough to put yourself in the shoes of the Little Rock Nine, and even harder to think of the torture and emotion that they went through every single day. The Little Rock Nine were some of the most courageous students ever to attend high school.
The soldiers are a symbol of protection. The Little Rock Nine needed protection from the dangerous mob. They also wanted to earn civil rights for protection against unfair treatment in the future. All of the students are wearing the same color of clothing and walking together to symbolize their unity. The students are all wearing green to symbolize their hope for the growth of equal rights among African Americans.
The Little Rock Nine monument is significant because they demonstrated that if we want to accomplish a goal, we must remain steadfast even in the face of adversity. They believe that African Americans should have equal rights. No matter how much pain and suffering they endured, they were not going to give up. Their heroic actions helped earn equality for African Americans in schools all across America.